This is Nothing But Drugs in Startups. Get it at otfi.com/startup.
I would pay money for just an album of you reading these drug names.
Like you could put a beat to it.
Ohana. Subsolve. Harvany. Formafina. Letapasvir sulfovir. Ingenol nebutate.
Angunol nebutate.
Picato. Sprix. Sprix. Nestio.
You're thinking of Nasty, yo. It is the thickest, liquidiest chocolate snack around. It comes in a bar, but it melts in your hand and down your arm.
Anakinra. Brand name Kinneret. Parlio. Parlio.
Oh my God.
$35 was not enough to give.
Symmetria. Cymenetria.
For Brian Brushwood, there's no time like the present, provided the present is happening while he's live on the internet.
Man, that Diamond Club sandwich, that was pretty good.
That was pretty good.
Oh my God, too good, too good. Stephen Cogswell, the legend. Nothing but drugs and startups. That's what we do right here live on Night Attack, bringing you the best of the worst of the internet ever since 1776. Hello, you beautiful bastards. I'm Brian Brushwood, live in Austin, Texas. Joined as always by my BFF and OAK. It's JRY, Justin, Robert, Young. Man, we've had good shows. We've had good shows like week after week after week. I'm starting to feel like we can do good shows. Help, help me, help. I'm dying.
Brian, I remain unconvinced.
Justin, it's been literally a decade of our friendship going live every single week. Please, I just need one thing to hold on to before I transform into a sentient gas station and go to Mars. Tell me that we could do a good show on command.
All right. You want to know what? If those are the stakes, we'll go for it. We're gonna do everything that we can. We're gonna block out all the negativity in the world, just all the haters. You're blocked out. So don't start yelling at me. Don't start yelling at Brian on Twitter. Like you're all blocked.
Okay, you do realize that right now that sound you're hearing is the sound of thousands of fingers poised over keyboards, wondering, well, does he want us to?
Hey, fuck you, haters. Fuck you. You'll never get to us because we're blocking you out today.
Okay. Oh, yeah, it feels like he definitely wants us to go for it. This must be a bit. Let me just.
I'll tell you what. You could send 1 million tweets starting right now and ending 5 seconds from now. He wouldn't care because we're blocking it out, right, Brian?
Well, and normally I feel like this would be, we know that they're very sensitive. So, you know what? But it sounds like he really wants us to do it. So I guess I'm going to write, you're a poopy face. Hold on. Let's see, at Justin R. Young, I'm going to misspell your.
Doesn't matter. They could. I mean, look at that. Bing, right off my chest. That's what that tweet did. Block them out.
Okay,
I don't care.
Now I just sent mine.
I don't care about these haters.
Okay, well, but meanwhile, counter argument.
Yeah.
Hi, Brian Brushwood.
Yeah.
Did you know that every week a hater just sits there being a hater?
Yeah.
Many people don't care about haters, but I think you should. I mean, I won't, but for only $1.
Of an angel.
For only one.
Hater remains blocked.
For less than.
Will he ever get to hate? You can suck his cock.
For less than the cost
of a hater.
Of 37 cups of coffee at Starbucks with double espresso shots. I said espresso. That's right. Come at me, haters. You can tell a hater to get bent.
It's an easy mispronunciation. A lot of people get it wrong. But in the arms of a hater, you just ate his cum.
that didn't
Not dong?
necessarily didn't even rhyme.
Close enough.
It's like you could have said dong. That would have rhymed, but I'm sorry. We went to Fiverr for our songs.
Not perfect. Just trying to be background music. Suck my balls, you dirty person. Eat shit, fucking whatever. So, Brian, you had a personal tragedy yesterday.
Yeah, man. This last week has been a real emotional roller coaster. Since I saw you last week,
Yeah.
we little bit of inside sauce.
Can I bring the viewer into the story?
Yeah, please.
Through your interaction with me. So, Brian and I talk, maybe once a week for the show, and then periodically we'll bounce like business stuff off each other, right?
Right.
And I get a call from Brian, like right before I'm about to go on the air, and it's frantic.
I think it was right before we were about to go on the air with weird things. Yeah.
Well, I go live an hour before.
Oh, got it.
For my twitch.tv/Justin R. Young channel, just to kind of do politics chat and get an audience that will then push to the other show. And so I got a call from Brian, and you are would you agree frantic? Like this was definitely you on in an emotional fevered pitch.
Yeah. Okay. So here's the spectrum. There's frustrations that happen when you can't get to do a thing, and then there's elation that happens when you win the game. And somewhere in the middle is that weird feeling you get when it's like, do I want to play the game? Am I ready to embark on a quest?
Yeah.
And and all indications were it's like, I think I'm going to embark on a quest. I think I'm going to do this. It's going to have a deadline of 8 days. I've got some secret ideas that are worst case scenarios, some strings I could pull to make this happen. And basically what I'm doing is, because we're an old married couple, Justin, I was reaching out to, essentially asking for permission. Like, hey, will you tolerate me going on an emotional roller coaster and making very, very public the quest that we're about to embark upon? and Justin was like, well, give me the details on the quest. And I did. And he's like, those are sound, very solid, not financials. What would you call it? A good core structure. Good bones. Good bones.
There's only so much further we can go with metaphor. You got to kind of explain what was going on.
Yeah, okay. It's probably no secret to everybody that we've been doing our best to look for a puppy for a very long time. Puppy, of course, being a code word for a next level warehouse shooting space and all that stuff. We thought we had found one that was 2 acres, but it is too challenging to build a structure that you could deliver pallets to, which scamstuff.com needs. And then we found this place that here's all the boxes that were checked when I called Justin. It was much bigger than we expected. It had a gorgeous view in the Texas Hill Country. It had gigabit Ethernet or fiber available. It was right underneath a cell tower. It was 7.5 acres. It had a fucking pond and shit. It had an existing structure that we could move into, and then over the next 5 years build the ultimate office warehouse tower and all that stuff. The only hiccup on the whole thing was that they weren't interested in traditional financing. Normally there's, you say, hey, let me write a check and then we'll do a 30-year note and all that stuff. This was a case, man, the stories on this place. The dude who owns it is a acupuncturist and practicing Qigong master. Previously in this, I'm like, we're taking the tour. I'm like, what is this? And they're like, oh, that was the pool back when this was a nudist colony. And it's like, over here,
Brian's balls just shaking in an excitement. Like,
right?
I knew it. My nut hairs were twitching like a spidey sense, knowing that there were nudists here.
And then he waves his hands. And he says, well, this is where the RV hookups were, and some of the tenants got caught up in the satanic panic of the 1980s. And I was like, holy shit, that whole thing where a bunch of kids were talked into making up stories of adults, being Satanists.
Songs being played backwards and the Satanists that are in the woods.
Yeah,
trying
he says,
into the...
yeah, he says, yeah, they just finished 30 years in the joint. They've been proven totally innocent, and they were given $3 million as a whoops, sorry, you got swept up in the satanic panic. LOL.
Oh my God. All right, no, wait, hold on, wait a minute. Before we get any further, yeah, I know you've bounced different places off me on saying like, okay, well, it might be this place. Were you just out looking, or you just found a listing and went to go talk to them, or was this
Here's
a
the
thing that
crazy
you had
part.
been in conversation with?
It quite literally, I drove past it every single day, but the fact that it said 7 acres was like, well, that doesn't enter my filter. Like that's clearly not an appropriate place because we're only looking for 2 acres or so.
Yeah.
And then just after driving past it for months and months, I was like, well, let me ask, right? And so then we see it and the guy, we click and all this stuff. And we the phone call that we had right before Weird Things yesterday. God, this was 28
This is all 24 hours ago. This
Yeah,
is all shit that literally just happened.
I call and I'm like, look, I think this is the perfect place. Here's the thing. They don't want to do a traditional financing. They want cash to cover their payment. I've looked at all the things I could liquidate instantly. It's unfortunate this is happening right at tax time because money will be tight. But I want your permission. I need you, Justin, to turn the second key and give me permission to engage in a quest to... And this is a weird thing to say, to raise $100,000 in 8 days. And Justin's like, well, I got to hear all the particulars, and I give him all the particulars, and we get there, and we quite literally. That's why yesterday Weird Things began with just Bryce and Justin, and then I come swooping in because we were still working out details for all that, and then I got the word. As soon as
hold on. Let's let this breathe a little bit because this was the emotional roller coaster, and I don't want to put lightly because Brian's very charitably saying that he's calling me asking for the second key to be turned. The real key that needs to be turned calls into this phone call, and it's Bonnie, and she's like, okay, yeah. I mean, I'm sure that you've had a conversation with her prior to talking to me, but it was like, all right, well, everybody kind of seems on the same page that this is any kind of real estate. Anybody who's bought a house will tell you that real estate is heartbreak, right? You emotionally kind of commit to these big ideas, and this is where I can imagine living for Brian. This is a tremendous financial outlay very quickly that was also going to necessitate him tapping into the modern rogue audience because you're going to be building a modern rogue warehouse.
Oh, yeah, no, we the project as I was thinking about it is this is modern rogue world headquarters, and because it would take so much non-traditional financing, like we were thinking about like, okay, we can pull out all of our contributions that we made for 15 years to our Roth IRAs. That'll get us this percentage closer. This is how much cash on hand we have. This is how, did you know, get this, PayPal has a thing. This is how insane it was. PayPal has a gizmo where you can say, hey, PayPal, how much money will you give me? And PayPal will say, well, since we have literally all your financial transactions for the past 20 years, here's a number, press this button, and we'll give it to you. We're not going to charge you financing. Instead, we're going to charge you a flat fee at a usurious rate, and all you have to do is check this box, and 30% of every transaction you have on PayPal for the next year and a half will go to pay this off. And we can do that because we're PayPal.
Okay. also, like, so, we're going back and forth and everything, trying to figure out how to make the numbers work. And then Brian says, yeah, maybe I can call that legitimate businessman who's this Russian, and we're not even sure what he really does. And I'm like, borrowing money from like.
Yeah, no, this is our friend Gene Naftulev, whose business card has no phone number, has no email. It just has his name, Gene Naftulev, and underneath it says legitimate businessman, and that's his card, which is fucking brilliant.
So you make the call.
Yeah,
this is happening. Like, and if you listen to this week's episode of Weird Things, it comes after Brian's gone around the horn, talked to his tax guy, talked to everybody that he would need to talk to, and the decision is made. The keys are turned. Everything is kind of moving along, and you, even on that show, talk about how you're going to have to write the biggest email of your life tonight. That you're going to start out on, this is like empire building. This is like the first step toward a like 10-year goal where you are pot committed to making this happen.
Well, and that's the question is emotionally, the biggest challenge was deciding, am I ready to play this game? Is the prize worth it? Is this what I want everything I do to be about for the next however amount of time? And the emotional decision to say, like, you know what? I think this is it. I think this is the one. I'm going to ask this property to marry me. And just after making that decision, we do Weird Things. And then, and then I get a phone call afterwards saying, psych. Turns out that, like, the guy, part of the connection was the guy was like, hey man, look, I'm not going to lie. Some people have cash and they just want to pave everything over and make it all warehouses. And I feel like you really get that there's a poetry to this place and that it deserves to have its story told and make it into something special.
He's like, we go around, we take the whole tour, and we're just like, man, I'm imagining when we have our eclipse, we'll have everybody come camp on the land.
Yeah,
and
no,
stuff.
we're already planning for the Austin eclipse to make it like a big event.
Yeah, and then he's like, over here's where the fox lives, and over here we have the eagle, or like
get bit by the fox.
And in that moment, just word comes back from the real estate guys, just oh yeah, anyway, psych, he took the money and it's going to be all warehouses. And then that was challenging enough for me to get immediately after Weird Things. And there's a very brief break between Weird Things and Cord Killers. And then we're minutes from going live on Cord Killers. And I open up like, all right, let's just get through the rest of the day. This is a tough one. Let's make it work. Open up Google News. Harry Anderson, one of Brian's magic heroes, has died. And it hit me so much harder than I expected.
Which means immediately you called me. You're like, hey, by the way, also, like, let me dump this bucket. Let me update you on the story, and also spill my bucket of misery like onto your life. Which was, I was happy to be a part of
two things. I'm sorry and thank you. I'm sorry for doing that. Thank you for being there. But then, like, it hit me hard enough that I told everybody was ready to start the show, and I told Bryce and Sarah and Tom, I was like, guys, I'm gonna need just a moment. I got to do a reset, and I walked out of the room, and we came back, and it was a fine show or whatever. But even going into today, you just feel this this heaviness. And so here's the part I wanted to share with you.
Yeah.
Where do you think Brian does his healing? Where do you think he channels his time, energy, and an unfortunate amount of money into his healing today as he gets his act together?
Oh, did you have a real estate deal fall through? Come on over to the Hearthstone.
Well, yes, and
That was Witchwood calling, baby. Like Hearthstone, the innkeeper's there for you. I would have been pissed off if they had taken the warehouse money too. Bring up a chair.
I did go from rank 25 to rank 16 on the standard ladder. But also
100%. 100%. That is a fact.
But Dr. Arby has the right of it. I decided I dropped off Penny, and I was just like, I was like, well, what am I gonna do? I was like, well, what does it matter? You know, I guess we're not leveraging everything on a crazy quest. I was like, maybe I'll get my oil changed, and then I go to the Jiffy Lube, and they're all like, and this is a $20 oil change that I'm like 3,000 miles overdue on the Jeep, and they're all like, I don't even know what they said. Something, time to replace your blah de blahs. And they showed me a graph it was in the red. And I was just like, yes. And they're like, that'll be $300. I'm like, great.
Awesome.
Let me, I got a lot of ranking up to do in Hearthstone. and then I go next door to it is a place that does detailing. And I'm just like, hey, what are all the things you can do to this car?
Yeah.
And so they're all like,
well, the most popular thing is to get a airbrushed picture of a new warehouse.
and so
Dear, dust in the wind.
And so I last time I got my Jeep cleaned, I was so frustrated because it was one of those times we were driving around shooting Modern Rogue and everything got covered in dust. And I spent like $150 getting everything cleaned, and then got in the car, pulled down the sunshade, and it was just, there was dust. Like they just missed that one spot, right? And
Gotcha.
so I'm like, oh, no. I'm going to get you this time. I'm going to get you this time. So I pulled down the covers, and it was like, oh, you know what? They might think these sun shields, they may just flip them back up. So let me open up the windows on these sun shields.
So they know, hey, you're not gonna sneak by on this one, goobers.
Right. And I'll get it cleaned, and at least one part of my crazy, dumb, silly life will be right. And then, and so I go ahead, and then the dude fucking called me out. He notices, he says, hey, so this bumper thing over the wheel here looks like it's popped out halfway. And I was like, oh, yeah, no, that's where I tried to stand on that plastic part of the car so I could get a view of the territory we were about to buy. And then it popped halfway out, and I sort of shoved it back in. I was like, oh, yeah. He's like, well, we can fix that for $80. I was like, great, let's do it. Oh. And then the guy comes over, and then he's like, yeah, I can fix it. And then and I was like, oh, you'll also notice that the front bumper plastic is all caved in because I sort of rolled the car into a tree at one point. And you know what? Let's just fix that as well. So suddenly I'm riding
in the car.
Okay, well, that's...
While you were playing Hearthstone.
I don't think I was playing Hearthstone, but that's not an unreasonable accusation.
Assumption, yeah.
So then they do this stuff. I go off, I play Hearthstone, I come back, and I get the car. And number one, they're all like, oh, yeah, no, sorry, we didn't do any of this stuff. Do you want your money back, or do you want... Like, they didn't fix any of the bumper shit. And they're like, maybe make an appointment.
We would have liked to have fixed all of it, but nothing can be repaired until you fix your broken heart.
And so then, and I was like, you know what? We'll work it out. Let me get on the road. And so I get on the road. I'm driving home, and I pull down the sunshade, and I was like, you motherfuckers.
You're kidding.
Like the Crypt Keeper farted right in your face.
It really was. It really was, dude. It was So that was my 24 hours. How was yours?
All right, hold on. Whoa, we're not done with this.
Okay.
One of the things that we talked about when you were making this call was whether or not this was going to happen one way or another. Like, once you've made this decision that this is going to happen, yes, real estate is always going to be a problem, but what this situation kind of underlined is how fast you might need to move and how much specifically in the Austin kind of real estate market right now, which is, you know, a burgeoning field
We are
that you might need cash on hand. So my question to you is, how much is this still the band marches on, the compass still points north?
I mean, it's got to be like that's. I'm entering a phase where it's like my 10-year plan is I want to build I still want to do this thing. You know, it's like we thought we had the land, we thought we had the place. I want to build. In fact, Bonnie, I rolled my eyes when she did it, but I was talking it out with Bonnie, and Bonnie says, look, you and I both know the closest thing to real magic that exists in this world is you write down something and it comes true. You need to write down this phrase. I was like, ugh, Bonnie, I don't want to write down it. She's like, I will write it down. And by the way, the last time Bonnie pulled that move, she said, I host a show for the Discovery Network. And sure enough, even though I never sold a show to Discovery, instead Discovery bought Scam School, and suddenly I hosted a show for Discovery Network. Like that shit truly is the closest thing to magic in this world. And so I was like, okay, fine. I want to build a destination property, multi-acres, that is a standing monument to all the badassery that we do on the Mono Rogue and Scam School and Night Attack and Diamond Club and all that stuff. I want it to be a physical place that people are excited to come visit. And I think that dream still survives. It's a real bummer that I don't get to start the quest today, but I think that's still what's inside me.
So I think for anybody who is interested in a Modern Rogue warehouse, a Modern Rogue destination.
World headquarters. I like the words world head. I'm already thinking, get this, the road that it was off of has like stunt ranches there, and there's some wineries and stuff. So there's all those government blue signs that say go this way to the vineyard or whatever. I was thinking, and I found out that those signs are $800 to get put up, and I think after that, like a couple $100 a year, and all I could see is a fucking blue sign that says Modern Rogue World Headquarters and a fucking arrow.
If you're interested in this, and you like this, then I would suggest that you let Brian know at Schwoot, and that you sign up for his mailing list, because this is going to be something that very sooner than you might think. I mean, again, all this shit came together in a couple hours on a Monday morning.
Yep.
We are at Tuesday afternoon, and we're acting like this shit has been dead for a million years, because the heartbreak still lingers. Like, this is some shit that can happen very, very, very quickly. So if you are a Modern Rogue fan, then I would very much suggest getting on board.
Jackie Hearn says, can we set up a Diamond Club tent city there? Motherfucker, we're going to go one better. We're talking about putting tiny houses there, RV hookups and that shit. Somebody,
well, this
hold on. Real Andrew Mays said, do you jack off at the new location as well? As far as you know, I already did. It doesn't matter. Just
that was
assume.
Like the only way he was comfortable. He's like, all right, we're going to need this insane amount of money in the next 12 hours. And Brian's like, well, you know, a real Texan only makes a deal when he's comfortable. And there's only way that I'm going to be comfortable, and that's if I jack off in your bathroom.
Okay. Yeah. Fuck that cedar tree. So anyway, the answer is we'll continue to work in that direction. I really do want to make that happen. What an emotional roller coaster, and man, Harry Anderson passing away really affected me deeper than I expected.
That's just garbage. I mean, he was such a legend. For those of you who don't know, The Ringer has actually a great remembrance of, if you're unfamiliar with the life that he led, because he led kind of 3 different lives. He was a magic legend and
street performer.
A street performer legend, a magic legend, somebody that had, even as he became a gigantic sitcom star, something that many magicians crave. All magicians want to be big celebrities in the way that, you know, an actor is a big celebrity, right? And Harry Anderson got it, never lost the magic bug. All he ever wanted to do once he got a bunch of money was just do magic. Moves to New Orleans, opens up all these different things there. Katrina hits, and he winds up fucking like organizing the French Quarter. which is something that's a movie in and of itself. Is this guy Harry Anderson who portrays a con, right? That's how his career starts, being a con artist, like a funny, entertaining character of a con artist. Now organizes post-Katrina New Orleans and then gets so disgusted by the leadership there that he winds up moving away. But again, 3 lives. Political activist at the time that his community needed him the most. Legendary sitcom actor. And
2-time winner. Like, he won the lottery of sitcoms twice. He did it with Night Court, and then he decided to do, what was the other one? Dave's World? Yeah.
Dave's World, yeah. That ran 4 years. I mean, Night Court is one of, like, is a Hall of Famer, right? And,
yeah.
And still had it, by the way. I mean, like, anytime anybody who saw him perform recently, like, that dude, there was nothing off his fastball. So left.
And he was
far too soon.
He was really very personable. Like, we met him at a conference a long time ago.
Yeah, no.
Like,
as a matter of fact,
nice.
if you look, one of the top items at on Reddit in /r/magic is him, his passing, and somebody said, "Yeah, I saw him at TAOM in 1999," and this person expressed that he was right there in the room, but couldn't bring himself to walk over and bother him for a handshake or an autograph or whatever. And I responded like, dude, like I performed at TAOM 1999, and I remember meeting him. One of the privileges of performing on stage is you get to be at the after party and connect with everyone. And he said nice things about my fire eating act.
Hey, look at that.
Yeah. And, but that was such a precious, albeit all too brief connection. I don't know. It really deeply affected me.
Well, Brian, there is something that in the midst of all this tragedy, for every cloud has a silver lining, that I didn't tell you yesterday.
Oh,
because you were on a emotional roller coaster and I didn't want to get mixed up, but something that has never happened in the history of this show, not BB Live show, not NSFW show, not Night Attack. It's official.
yeah.
Brian Brushwood and Justin Robert Young, Night Attack, will be doing in a theater ticketed live show in sunny Los Angeles, California.
So
Ladies
this is not tied in with an existing conference.
No.
It's not tied into somebody else's convention. Fucking, We're walking out, staking our claim, planting our flag, and saying, put a 20 in the hando.org.
Okay, well, also, you can go to, and I'm going to tweet it out right now, bit.ly/Night Attack Los Angeles. Again, bit.ly/Night Attack Los Angeles. If you go there right now, it is at the West Side Comedy Theater in a lovely downtown Santa Monica. Great fucking place. But you can get your tickets right now. It is Night Attack Presents, the best of the worst of the internet. This is going to be really, really fun. It's a show that not only have we never done, we've barely talked about.
Stop us if you've heard this before, but we have a great idea.
So we are going to do a show themed around our internet infancy. We have all kind of had it, specifically people who dig this show. We're talking all the stories, all the BBS stories, all the AIM stories, all the first time that you ever had to wait 15 minutes for the nipple to load when you were looking up porn on a dial-up modem. It is all going to be there live in Los Angeles. That is Sunday, June 10th at 7 p.m. Tickets are $18, super cheap. And I will tell you this, as yet unannounced, but the night before, we are going to be doing a show in San Diego. So we're going on tour.
I want to point out that you said the words we're going to be in Los Angeles. Jackie heard in the chat. First thing she said is, "Oh, thank God! I was afraid you were going to do it in San Diego." It's like, well, guess what? Your worst nightmare come to life. We're doing both.
We're doing both. We have not. There will be special guests.
Yes. Oh,
Can we not say San Diego special guest confirmed? We do not yet have the Los Angeles special guest confirmed, but forthcoming announcements. But this is a big step. Everybody who's like, hey, why don't you do Chicago? Why don't you do some other place? The best thing that you can do if you want us to come to a place near you is to make sure this is a success. Because, Brian, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Every time
I
we
swear to God,
about a tour,
if you're about to offer me a 7.5 acre property with a view and gigabit fiber.
It'll not be that.
Okay.
Every time we've talked about a tour, Brian has always looked at it in a very specific way of like, yeah, let's each burn $3,000 and get a bus and just be on the road for a week.
That's all I
right?
want to do. That's all I want to do. It's
I
all
know,
I want to do.
But let me ask you this. If we were to prove that a weekend tour where we could knock out 2 or 3 nights in a region, and it could be profitable, if that were a thing that worked, if that were a thing that happened, then it would not fall in the realm of fantasy world where we just burn $3,000 for a vacation. It would be a thing that we could schedule 2 or 3 times a year to make sure that we go out and we see things.
Yes.
You guys wanted fucking Promise Keepers? We've been talking about doing a fucking ticketed live show for goddamn as long as we've been friends. It's happening this summer. It is going down in Los Angeles and San Diego. That is June 9th and 10th. The 9th in San Diego, the 10th in Los Angeles, in Santa Monica. This is going to be the fucking place to be.
Dude, I'll tell you what, the only thing that would make it better is if one of our frequent contributors and writer of the Doctor Strange movie was able to join us on the road. How great would it be to get Cargill to join us?
I mean, yes. Special guests to be appearing. Please hold on to your butts. I would encourage doing both shows. San Diego and Los Angeles really aren't that far from each other. I think it's going to be a great time to do both shows. And to be honest, considering the fact that Brian won't answer my fucking texts about any of these questions.
Hang on, hold on. I'm texting you back right now. If I could buy a Huey Lewis in the News tickets, I can respond to your text now.
Because it was great for the show last week.
We have no idea whether or not these will even be released. Like, we're doing 2 shows back to back. So there is a chance that either patrons will get this first or this will just be for the live people. We don't know. We have not made a decision. You better buy your ticket for the Los Angeles show now so you can make sure that you see this show.
God, I'm already thinking of all the people that I want to try to reach out to, because that's one of the nice things for everybody who's complaining, like, why aren't you in St. Louis or Chicago or Jacksonville or whatever. One of the advantages of us being in that area is we can give a call to old friends of the show. We could call Grunny. We could call Romany Malco. We could call all our friends and try to get them out.
Oh, Michael Rooker. Call the We Have Concerns guys. We can call a lot of people.
Yeah. But
you can't call your wife.
Well, are you not going to join us? I made you my companion pass holder. You can fly for free. You got no excuse, girl. You can bring the girl. Get them crazy pigs. You can make one live in front of 50 people.
You should auction off a crazy pig at the show.
Live.
I don't know.
How's that crazy pig coming? Show me, girl.
It's a horror show. This one
Hold on.
This one represents Brian's angst.
I'll be gentle. Show me.
This one represents Brian's angst over.
Show. Oh my God, it looks a bit like the Beast from Stranger Things. That's an amazing one, Bonnie.
This one's not going well. I'm a little nervous.
I love it as is. Just leave
oh,
it.
God, it's awful. If we get enough votes, maybe I'll leave it.
Here's what I'm saying. Everybody, that's all I'm saying is other cities to go to. You are invested. You are invested in these shows being successful if you want us in any other city. This is a must succeed if you want to see us in Chicago, you want to see us in St. Louis. I'm seeing New York. I'm seeing Florida. I'm seeing everywhere in between, Brian.
Dude, I just saw the first tweet that says I bought my ticket for Night Attack LA. This shit's happening.
Absolutely. All right. Well, if you don't give us money there, you can give us money other places, right,
yeah,
Brian?
thank goodness, because a lot of people right now are listening, and they're just like, well, I do love listening to other people's misery, and it's great that a guy in his 40s is pouting about a dead magician / sitcom star, but what I really want to know is there a more convenient way to give him money than putting 20 in the hando?
Yeah, and indeed there is. Put your 20 in the hando of patreon.com/nightattack.
Yeah,
it
man.
It is the place where we collect money from you, the listener.
In fact, I believe that's their tagline. Patreon was founded so that Night Attack could make money. It was their original tagline. Then they realized, well, maybe we could have other properties make money as well.
In fact, I'm trying to start thinking about y'all just not paying me any more money, because the more money I make off Patreon, the more I got to pay to the goddamn tax man.
Okay, can we talk about that? That's the unspoken other element. Is both of us, both Justin and I, had new personal records of amount that we had.
Record.
That's a hell of a moment.
Let's just say, I paid the most money I've ever paid for anything in my life from my phone at a bar on last Friday.
Oh, my God.
Well, I'm glad you're able to do it, and it's thanks to our fabulous Patreons, which is why we, every week, celebrate the folks who raise their patronage or are brand new patrons with the...
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Night Attack new Patreon name chant corner hour.
It's an hour of it. Man, I don't know. So something curious happens on Tuesdays. People get it in their head. They're like, well, I can raise and lower it and pledge anew.
People trying to be a real tricky wicket.
Yeah, that's when old Tricky Wicket is the worst Ewok. Tricky Wicket
Oh, God, I hate Tricky Wicket. He's always screaming yub nub while he ties your shoe laces together and then
Plus-
slaps you in the butt.
Well, he's the only of the Ewoks with a corkscrew dick, and he insists on wearing it outside of his fur. That's fucked up. Tricky Wicket.
Exactly. And then he goes like in his weird Ewok language, like you're just pointing down and you have to look at his weird corkscrew.
And plus, like his body posture, he always walks with that waddle where he's trying to act like, oh no, I'm just, stepping on stones and don't want to get my feet wet. But we know you're trying to waggle your fucking weird ass corkscrew
Waggling
dick.
your weird dick, Tricky Wicket.
It's,
okay.
Fucking Tricky Wicket, that's just not cricket. I gotta tell you.
Hey, can we all agree? Fuck Tricky Wicket, okay? Like, I'm sick of him pulling his shit with his crazy corkscrew dick.
Tricky Wicket.
You ever be hanging out with Tricky Wicket and you're trying to have a conversation about, like, Iran Contra or something, and then next thing you know, he lies down, belly down to the ground, and spins himself into the wooden floor with the corkscrew dick.
Well, and plus, also, he keeps showing up with wine that's unopened, and then he's just waiting to say, I got this, guys. And we're like, Jesus, again?
Yeah. And then he just, because he can't open it. It's not that thin.
Well,
he has a very girthy corkscrew dick.
Tricky Wicket, just not cricket. I agree.
I don't.
Okay.
We're going to really work hard to get that catchphrase.
I'm just going to say it 3 or 4 more times. Maybe it'll be the title of the episode.
Wicket, it's not cricket. That's what everybody's sweeping the nation. It's trending.
Okay.
I'm not going to pick it.
You are not going to believe who just sent in a contribution.
Oh, my God, Brian. I won't believe it. I don't care who you say. I'm not going to believe it.
It's from
Don't believe it.
Tricky Wicket.
That fast?
Tricky Wicket.
Oh, wait. I mean, yes, Tricky Wicket. That's our casual nickname for Rene Kruthoff, old Tricky Wicket himself.
Oh, Rene Kruthoff.
Sure. The trickiest of wickets.
Yes. I remember Rene Tricky Wicket Kruthoff when he was diving in the Indian Ocean looking for that lost shaker of salt.
I want to do the wine commercial. Tricky Wicket, Rene.
Tricky Wicket.
Oh, that's all you got? Okay.
That's all I have. I can't remember the rest of the fucking the Orson Welles champagne.
Thank you so much.
The French champagne.
The Ewoks. The renowned corkscrew.
He has a corkscrew dick, and he's a real guy. Rene Kruthoff.
Thank you, Rene. You're the best.
Thank you.
Hey, Justin, did you have any very simple, bland stories that you happened to you today?
Yes, Brian.
Yeah.
So I decided that lately I've kind of gotten off of my health eating wise.
Yeah. I agree with you, W. Scottus 1.
And I've been before.
The
Better
French Dan Wally.
I would just grill up, not grill, just fry up a chicken breast. I would have like half a chicken breast.
Sea grunter is what I say to chicken breast. I call them sea grunters.
So
and
just,
cattle humpers, because everybody knows them chickens. They get in. They get them chicken titties. Them chicken titties get right in. The cattle humper.
All right. So
Draco's on.
So I'm frying up this chicken here, and I'm throwing a little garlic powder.
Babcats. That's what I call chickens as well.
And put a little pepper on it, and a little basil.
Big Jim 5. That's a seasoning that I put on chicken breasts.
And then, by the way, you want to know what I wound up doing? I wound up eating a full chicken breast. I'm only supposed to eat a half.
Shift lock _. That's an exclamation of surprise that many people say when they're shocked to discover someone is eating a chicken breast.
Hey, by the way, if you are a Twitch Prime person, not only can you subscribe to our channel for free on Twitch, twitch.tv/Night Attack, but also right now you can get 500 bits for only 99 cents.
Oh, damn.
So it's a huge bargain, as they call it in France.
Man.
Go ahead and get all up in that and get your free bits.
Life's a bits, and then you dive into giving them to Night Attack.
We dive into our bits like Scrooge McDuck.
Yes.
Likes to fuck.
I'm sorry?
With his
Corkscrew.
McDuck.
Oh, yeah. He's a tricky wicket.
I'm just saying he didn't need that cane for walking.
Damn itty bitty bits. Hey, do we have a game, Bryce?
We do.
Unless
you want to keep talking about pig dicks.
Is the game talking about corkscrew dicks and disappointment of real estate property?
we got a game that came in today or the day before from Mitsula, a longtime fan. He sent in what we're lovingly calling Coachella or Fauxchella. 1 week only, week one only. We're going to give you, he went and found a list of neural network generated band names.
Oh, Jesus.
This is too good.
Given former Coachella lineups. And
So the neural network was fed the past list of all the bands, and the nonsense generating machine is active.
Right.
Have I ever told you guys that I had a guy in my sketch comedy group that was a real music snob, and would always just lord his like music knowledge, his indie music knowledge over everybody. So we all decided that we were going to come up with a band, a fake band, and just talk about how much we liked the album until he asked one of us to give us the album to see how much he would like bullshit if there was just a fake, like we just throw a fake band.
Oh, that's amazing.
So we just started talking about the Distillery Factory. That like, oh my God, did you listen to that Distillery Factory album? Like, oh my God, yeah, no, it was amazing. It was the best. And we would just make up fake songs and like have like fake lyrics and stuff like that. And eventually,
what were some of the Distillery Factory's greatest hits?
God, if I can remember, I wish I could remember anything specific, but it was just, it's usually just like noun verb. Like it was just like you know,
Turnabout, Fair Play.
Yeah, or like I mean any kind of band, you know, like any like indie band, so it's like kind of weird, and esoteric. So it's like
culture
car
swapping.
Fly.
Wait, what?
Car Fly. It's like, oh man, Car Fly is just bomb. Oh, it's just what a great song.
That
It
does
opens
sound
up
pretty
that
good.
first Distillery, self-titled Distillery Factory album. Like, oh, it just gets you pumped. I can't stop thinking about Car Fly, Brian.
Yeah, so we'll go back and forth. You guys are going to answer on each of these. We can go pretty quickly on this. This is an example that Mitzi sent over. We'll start with Brian on this example. Coachella or Fauxchella, marshmallow.
Oh my God. Brian, how much do you know of Coachella? What do you know? If I were to ask you to describe Coachella, what are you able to say?
Coachella is a big music festival where everybody hangs out and watches bands like Collaboration Station and The Jam and
The Jam.
and Turbo Shafty.
Do you know who? There was a huge performance this weekend.
That was Beyonce. That did manage to penetrate
But then
my.
who's Sunday? There's another big one Sunday.
That one is
Distillery Factory.
Distillery Factory.
They finally got the original band back
They
together.
finally made it. How unfortunate is it that Coachella's number one thing it is, to me, remembered for is the fucking Tupac hologram.
That seems like a you problem.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You know,
I mean, certainly people bring out the big guns and they try to do big performances. Beyonce had a very staged performance, as did Cardi B. You were unable to.
Oh, yeah.
Big on Sunday.
Cardi B, who wants receipts
Hello.
from the government for where her taxes are going, according to her Instagram feed.
Oh my God.
Terry and Hero. I wonder how that one popped up on your radar.
Just unrelatedly, I made it from rank 25 to 16. Might have had HBO Now open the entire time.
And I'm also caught up on Reason's Hit and Run blog.
Is that in there?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
I was guessing places.
I mean,
that you
all of
read.
this sounds like me. I believe you.
Did I do that? So-
Marshmallow.
Marshmallow.
It's misspelled marshmallow. That seems like that would be a real act. So I'll say yes.
And Justin.
I believe it's yes. I think that's a DJ, if I'm not mistaken.
That's actually come up on my feed.
You know marshmallow?
I do.
Oh.
Yeah, Marshmallow is, you got it exactly right. Marshmallow is an EDM DJ. So that's an example how it'll go.
An EDM DJ, not just a disease. I'm sorry, I am EDM DJ positive.
Man, EDM DJ sounds like a disease that would have one of those commercials where they have to have like a 10-minute B-roll so they can do all the government mandated things that they have to say. Have you all seen that one? That one where they go, it's a couple, and the fucking, like, we have to read these horrible things that our medicine might do to you. Lasts the entire dinner. They like park, get out, go order a pizza, have conversation, get an appetizer. They get the pizza, they finish the pizza, and it's at when they're paying the bill that he's like, let us know if your EDM DJ acts up after mine was fixed.
It's like, no, do not let your EDM DJ out of his cage. If he shouts for more than 7 days, Please silence him.
Like, the other thing I love about those are the ones where, like, you don't know what the fucking disease is, but obviously it's speaking to a core demographic. Like, it's just like a bunch of women like shaking their wrists, and you're like, what the fucked up disease is like ravaging women's wrists?
I can shake my
Shake it
wrists
off, ladies.
with
Thanks to
Fredidabor.
And it's like, it's very clearly like an inside reference. Like, oh, I mean, they're not saying what the disease is,
Yeah.
but if you're in the know, you're in the know.
But it's just like women of all different ethnicities, just like, we're all doing the wrist twist. Thanks to Papadu.
Okay. So we'll start with Justin here.
Get well soon, Marshmallow. That's it. For a cure.
Justin, we're starting with you. Coachella or Fauxchella? Horse choir.
Horse choir. Oh my God. Horse choir. You've been caught in the horse choir.
Oh, so it's
Horse choir.
like a metal band. Horse choir.
I think horse choir is fake.
Yeah.
But only because I love it so much that I feel like I would have heard of it before.
I'm on board. Same thing.
Your answer of fake is... Where's the thing? That's right. That's right. That's fake.
Although,
Who do you
what
think,
would
what kind of music do you think horse choir would do?
you beat me to it? They would only sing covers of songs that involve horses. So they would walk out and it'd be like a techno version of A Horse with No Name. They were like, I've been through the desert with a horse of no name, like robot voice, horse with no name. It's good to be out of the rain.
Oh my gosh. Or I would think that a horse choir would be...
Oh, you know what? Maybe it's like the horse is a knight and it's horse squire. It's the guy who armors the it's
So
Podrick.
they have a statue of a horse.
It's-
Through the wait, no, that's
oh my
Not the
God!
auto-tune?
Is it horse choir?
Horse
Is horse
choir?
choir here?
hey, wait.
Holy shit!
Oh my God!
Shit, that was so much better than I dared hope. Horse choir! I can't believe you're here. This is amazing. What are some of your other hits, horse choir?
I know.
We have a lot to go
Is it the Weezer one with the dead horse, the dead pony? Sir, will you?
Oh no! The Ween song,
Ween.
Mister, won't you please help my pony? He's sitting there behind.
Oh.
Follow me on Instagram.
Okay, we've got another one here. Brian, we're
Yeah.
starting with you.
I mean,
Coachella.
are you sure we just can't have an interview with a horse choir? They're amazing.
It's a little hard to understand horse choir.
Sure.
You have to have a toddler, and then you can understand it.
Ooh, oh, got me. Brian, Coachella or Fauxchella? Say Kids.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Say Kids.
Yes, they're real, and their whole gimmick is, you know how Kids Bop takes currently popular music and then does
Family-friendly
that version with
versions?
kids?
Yeah.
They do versions of Kids Bop, still with kids, but they drop curse words. And they
There's just
adult
Kid Bop for swears.
so they Kids Bop juvenilizes tradition or popular music.
Okay.
They adultize the juvenilized, and I think.
But they still make it for
I think we
kids?
have a clip. Justin, do you have a clip of it? Because they've got that young high pitched sound.
You know, I always hear that one with the firecracker song. You know, like
Fireworks.
Fireworks.
Katy Perry. Fireworks.
No, I like
Yeah.
Firecracker.
Baby, you're a firecracker. Don't let no one call you cracker.
I know you're tired, you're knackered. That's something British people say.
Oh.
Oh. Say kids? Say. Oh, oh my God, it's Say Kids.
Yeah, we're all about that bass, Fuck you. We're Say Kids, good night.
All about that bass, about that bass. Of all the ones for you to pick, Justin, I think that was the one that was already performed by Say Kids, since it says, I'm bringing anal back. Yeah.
I didn't know if doing that was going to be too on the nose. I think Say Kids is fake, by the way.
Brian, your answer of Say Kids being real is incorrect. That one.
I took it for the team.
So is it real?
No, it's fake. Funny.
Yeah. Was that a Say Kids tune that you just played? Is that what we just heard?
Right.
Do fuck you. We're Say Kids.
Okay, round 3. Justin, we're starting with you on this one.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Compo.
That's a dumb name.
So this is either fake or reggaeton. I'm gonna let Bryce's laughter fade out of that. I think it's real.
You think Compo is real?
I think Compo featuring Daddy Yankee is something that has appeared on a reggaeton chart.
Right.
Yeah, it seems like that'd be real. If if Pearl Jam could be a real name, then Compo could be. Yeah, I mean,
what kind of reasoning is that?
well, they're both jizz, right?
Really?
Pearl Jam?
Oh, did you not? Yeah, no. Pearl Jam is jizz, and then they would do this coy dance whenever they were on the radio. They were like, "Pearl Jam, what's that name about?" Because it sounds like you're describing semen. And
That was a question that would be asked of Pearl Jam?
Well, because their name is fucking clearly semen. It's definitely semen. And so they had, and as if to draw a giant highlighted square around it, they had their cover story is the most ridiculous bullshit ever of like, oh, you know, like one of the band members, he had an aunt Pearl, and they used to love her jam. She used to make jam. We called it Pearl Jam. I was like, bullshit. Your name is Cum and you know it. It's Compo.
So I believe you said Compo
Yeah,
is real.
in fact, actually, Compo is a Pearl Jam cover band.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they sound like robots, and I think we have them on the...
Even flow. Even flow.
Somebody said I never made the Jizz Connection, which is one of my favorite dating shows.
That's when you find it, the Jizz Connection.
Me and literally any of you who's in line so I can give you my Aunt Pearl's jam right now.
Tickets for the LA show are available. Make the Jizz Connection. June 10th, Santa Monica.
Oh, you, me, and Compo. Let's make 3. Let's go. Let's go number 3. That's the name of their album.
Number 3.
Number 3.
Who's got that Jizz Connection?
Bing, 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 bing. You both said Compo is real. You both are.
You're fired. Get out of here.
Oh. Hey, good news. Guess who has a band?
We do.
It's called Compo.
Compo playing. They're opening up for Night Attack. Best of the worst of the internet. June 10th, Los Angeles. Go to bit.ly/Night Attack Los Angeles.
Oh, goddamn. Why are there so many songs about semen and coming on her backside? Semen is jism, and the only illusion with 3,000
Living
lifetimes
things
denied.
Oh God, no! We're this kind of band. Justin, we were this kind of band the whole time.
We shot this jism. We shot this jism on both her tits. Shot this jism. I jerked off a horse and he didn't complain. It's good to get out of the rain.
That's that horse choir feature that came in on that Compo song.
Ooh, Campo Grande.
Ooh. Okay, all right. Brian, we're starting with you.
Okay.
Coachella or Fauxchella, car seat headrest. Car seat headrest.
I want to believe this is real so bad that I have to say it can't be. We do not deserve to live in a world with so wonderful a named popular band.
Okay, Justin.
I'm going to agree. I also think that car seat headrest is not a real band.
Oh, we're this kind of band.
That's
That's their hit.
Compo featuring horse choir.
You have both called car seat headrest Fauxchella, and you are both.
And you'll always be a loser.
Oh my God!
No.
What
Can-
kind
can
of
we
God, they
band is
look
it?
like a fucking band called Car Seat Headrest.
Okay. You know what's funny is
Do
the
we
first thing
actually
I
get
thought
to hear
of.
the real music?
No.
No.
Also, can we book them? Probably not. They're at Coachella.
They were at Coachella. Though who knows if they were on that small line? Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, you see that those Coachella lineups, and that shit's like War and Peace. Like, they might be one of them fucking font, 7-point font bands down at the bottom.
7-point font. Also a band at Coachella.
Yeah, exactly. I would love if Car Seat Headrest was actually like a stealth AAA marketing effort to get younger drivers.
They're backed by the Chevrolet Corporation.
Exactly.
All right, we're on number 5. Justin, we're starting with you. I want you to tell me Coachella or Fauxchella, Stormzy.
I believe Stormzy is real.
You believe Stormzy is real, Brian?
You know what? That's gonna be just lock that in. That's my guess.
Okay.
No. Stormzy. God, Justin spoke with a lot of confidence just then. You know what? I'll go with my gut and say that that's too dumb a name to be real. Which
Too
is
dumb.
almost
What
certain.
kind of music do you think Stormzy makes, though?
Oh man, you want me to sing one of Stormzy's hits?
Oh, please do.
I mean, you can if you want.
Well, I don't know any.
He goes.
Well, no. I mean, you could just say
Say
what
the name
kind
of
of
the-
music.
It's obviously weather related songs. So any kind
So
of
we're going
cover-
literal on all these. All these are just literal. They're
Why
just like
not?
Weird Al Yankovic titles for.
It's too
the
late to
music
change
they're
the
doing.
trajectory, Justin. This is the segment today.
Yeah, I
You know
mean,
that marshmallow is about marshmallows. This one's about
Okay. That one tracks, actually.
Actually, I could see Stormzy being an acoustic singer-songwriter chick. In fact,
Stormzy,
actually,
yeah.
I think Stormzy is secretly our friend Christy Cates, and she sings beautiful songs at Coachella
About clouds.
about clouds.
About clouds,
She
yeah.
says, clouds, maybe they're coming down. Who knows?
I got one.
What? Your furrow bros.
Dream girl.
Okay, all right. Quick side jag. This was, God, man, 20 years ago. Let me explain to you. It used to be that there were things called radio stations, right? And they were run by human beings, and you could occasionally call one, and if you had the right voice and the right tone and asked for the right song that was already on the playlist, they would play audio of you before it
Yeah.
goes on there. Or you might get something hilariously sideways that the DJ would find funny and throw on the radio. For example, I don't remember the name of the song, but the Fatboy Slim song where the opening to the song is one of those radio calls where somebody's like, oh no, I don't know what song it is. It's as though he called in to Night Attack and he's being teased, and the guy's like, right about now, the Funk Soul Brother, and he's being laughed at and so on. Bonnie wanted to turn that on its head, which was to get a group of people to all call in requesting a song that does not exist. And if they asked for, wait, which song is it? So she wanted to have everybody call in and ask for Dream Girl. And when the song was asked for, it would just be, Dream Girl, la da 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 da, Dream Girl, Secret Garden Party, Dream Girl, unicorns and Dream Girl.
So everybody would know the one thing, the one little like Dream Girl thing, and you just have different people call in.
Correct. That like the
That's
one thing that
amazing.
mattered is that the hook. It was a bit like the Diamond Club book, where it's like just everybody know that the hook is Dream Girl, Dream Girl, and then it's like just everything else make up. It doesn't matter.
That's amazing.
Are there still radio stations? Maybe we could do that, guys.
Let's call one right now.
They haven't gotten a call since that Dream Girl call.
Yeah, smash cut to Clear Channel. They're like, fuck, guys, we gotta. There needs to be music that people are requesting.
Okay.
Storm Z.
Storm Z. If I have this right, Brian, you said Storm Z was fake.
No,
or
I said it.
possibly-
I said it was actually Christy Cates. So I'm
okay,
only
okay.
right if it's actually Christy Cates.
I see. Okay. So you're saying conditionally it's real as long as it's Christy Cates, and Justin, you say Storm Z is real. Here is that image of Christy Cates.
Nailed it.
Nailed it in one.
That's not Christy Kate.
Is this not Christy Cates?
No, it's Christy Cates, man.
No.
Christy has
Yeah,
a heck of a beard.
He's Grime, right? One of them British rappers.
Maybe. I actually don't know him personally. Wikipedia
I don't
said-
know him biblically.
Oh man, biblically. I mean, we're not on Pearl Jam terms or anything.
Okay, Brian, we're gonna start with you.
Pearl Jam has come. Doing the rap. London raps.
In fact, actually, that should be
all
our
the
name.
raps sound like this. Pearl Jam, come. Sounds like come. It's come time. Come time for Pearl Jam. British crime. Rapping now. Everything
British
has a down
crime.
note.
British crime, semen
British
grime.
crime. British crime. Pearl Jam, coming time.
This sounds
You're
like
listening
a
to the
song.
BBC One.
We're very close to a Pet Shop Boys
Yes,
song.
I was trying to get you.
British crime, semen grime. Wipe it up, it's awful slime. You know.
Oh, we're that kind of
We're
BBC
that-
broadcast.
Now we're BBC Two. Oh no.
Exactly. We're we're halfway to Channel 4 with this horse shit. Get
Fucking
fucking right.
Channel 4 had a fucking show that was literally nothing but women's genitals. And they're like, aren't they weird? Look at them. They're really weird.
Yeah.
Like our horrific bodies or something like that, or gross bodies, or somebody will find it. Like
Ugly Snatches on the BBC Four.
that's quite literally. Yes.
Okay, there we go.
Next, Ugly Snatches, followed by Upstairs, Downstairs.
EastEnders, followed by Ugly Snatches and Doctor
I always
Who.
love on the BBC teasers, they always have like a one line kind of like thing. Like it's like, will Rebecca ever get her sweater back? We find out on EastEnders, followed by Ugly Snatches.
By the way, my brother in the chat, Jay Schwood, all caps says, "I saw this in England," so he knows this genital show.
Hey, don't brag about it. About how many Ugly Snatches you saw in England.
Wait. This show is still going on?
Oh,
This
I
sounds
don't-
very 70s. I'm having a hard time.
Yeah, and Blue-Eyed Ginger of Southpaw in the chat says, Channel 4 is very different from BBC 4. I was made aware of that when I tweeted out, "Hey, here's a link to ugly genitals."
You what?
I definitely tweeted out.
Was it like a paid post? Did you get like hired by Channel 4 because
No,
you have
I
a
just-
massive Twitter following that
I-
constantly gets retweeted?
I just couldn't believe that this was a real thing that I might have confused BBC and Channel 4, not realizing they're very
Oh
different.
my God.
Are you looking at it?
No.
Look at his face.
Guys, I think we have to reverse one of these.
Oh my
I
God.
think we have to reverse one of these.
We're going to have to adjust our scores.
Instagram.com/horse choir.
Holy shit!
Now that's what I call horse music.
When is this posted?
Oh my
Okay. This is
Wow.
and there he
I
is
mean,
at Coachella. We got a photo of him here.
They
smoking
have
a ciggy.
0 followers and 0 people are following them, but it seems as if Horse Choir is an actual band that is made of horses.
This is incredible. Well, we'll have to go back to the tape and look at this.
On there.
It does say Coachella on. there.
Embarrassing
Excuse me.
Bodies. That's the name of the show, and apparently somebody's linked us to the wiki on there. Oh my God. The horse
Right.
choir is real to me.
Round 6, we're gonna start with Brian on this.
Yes.
Brian, Coachella or Fauxchella, Paper Cop.
That seems too plausible, so I'm going to say fake.
You are going to say fake for Paper Cop.
I think Paper Cop, that to me, that has indie band name written all over it.
Is it because it sounds like Paper Cup and you think it's a bit of a wink and you're like, oh, a Paper Cup?
Well, and like, you have like Tokyo Police Club and stuff like that. Like there's that like wink and a nod that, the combined weight of our band is 115 pounds and we're doing but we have a cool, dangerous name.
Yeah.
Is Paper Cup a dangerous name?
Yeah.
Cop.
Super dangerous.
Paper Cop.
Paper Cop.
So it's like also kind of like, hey, fuck authority, dude.
Yeah,
You're just a paper cop.
Yeah, you're like a paper cop, man. Like, well, what the fuck? 2, 3, 4. Paper fucking cop. If I see a cop, I'm a rip him in his face. You're made of paper, bitch. You're made of paper.
I think
going,
I
keep
probably
going.
would listen to that. I like it.
I fucking spilled water on you. Now you folded in 2. Put you in a stew. And now I got a paper stew. Paper cop, motherfucking paper cop.
I feel like the bridge would be Paperboy from Atlanta would show up for the middle of it. And
It's
then,
almost as if I forgot that I was singing that song, Brian.
All about that Paper Cop. Justin, so Paper Cop, real or fake? Real or fake?
I think it's real.
You think it's real? Paper Cop is fake.
That's the secret. If you love something, it's not real. Remember that, kids.
Oh God.
Oh, Brian.
What?
You and your disappointment.
Okay, I'll wake up the kids to tell them too. Don't worry about it. They'll get the message. It's fine.
Never have dreams. They only turn into weaponized versions of your own despair.
I mean, look, have dreams up to, but not including 7.5 acres. That's the limit of how
No.
big your dreams can get.
Exactly.
Wait,
Because the statistical average is 5.5.
Is this a book called "Fucked in the Butt" by my own existential disappointment?
Yeah.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. You got to stick this
surrounding
landing.
my
got this.
failed real estate purchase
With
with my fucked butt,
Written by.
written by an acupuncturist.
He is a doctor. We don't know what type of doctor Chuck Tingle is.
I know. He is a Qui-Gong master.
Kumpo.
Cumpo. All right. What are we on? 7.
This is not going well today.
Oh, no, I liked it better when it had the gaping, horrific maw. That
Oh,
was
she's
amazing.
talking about her pig.
Oh,
We can't
oh,
say.
not the show.
No,
Yeah.
no, my pig.
Everybody.
My pig is full of angst.
Oh, I thought you said inks. I was like, what are you doing with that pen?
You did ask for a pen.
I did ask
All
for
right.
a pen.
Round 7. We're starting with you, Justin.
Yeah.
Coachella or Fauxchella, Zipper Club.
Oh, God, this one also feels real.
I mean, first rule.
First rule of Zipper Club.
Is
Don't get your dick caught in.
First rule is unzip that zipper.
Unzip it.
You'll
Second,
never guess what Rule 7 is.
YKK.
Zip it.
YKK.
What is white?
So you're calling
YKK is the Japanese company that makes all of the zippers. In fact, look at your crotch right now. Look at your crotch. Everybody.
I'm looking at
This
my
is-
crotch
this
right
is-
now.
This is a team exercise. Admit right now whether or not you have a YKK on your zipper right now.
Oh my
don't.
god.
I don't.
I do.
I do.
That's a
YKK
good magic
Unzo
trick. That's a
zipper.
force. Oh shit, that could be a force actually. That's a Scam School episode.
Don't force my zipper. That's against the rules.
Don't. We're not looking to get into any hot water here, Brian. Everybody's able to zip to their pleasure.
Zip to your comfort level.
Yep.
So
Oh, what's funny is you said just zip to your pleasure, like short for pleasure. I was just like, zip. Are you making a second Patreon reference? Zip to your pledge.
zip your pledge over to patreon.com.
Zip to your pledge, my darling.
Zap
Zip
it
to your
up,
pledge, my darling.
So you're calling Zipper Club real, Justin?
Yeah, Zipper Club.
Brian.
Zipper Club.
All about the Zipper Club. We now have all the songs. I don't think Zipper Club is real.
All right. Brian, your answer of fake is...
You just love playing the fail sounders.
I just gave you the win one last round. It was fake. The Zipper Club is real. Sorry, Zipper Club is real.
Nice. What do they do? What are they? Are they a band? Indie band? I would guess indie band. We should get a bonus point if we can guess what kind of music they are.
Yeah, sure. Guess what type of genre that Zipper Club is.
I think that they are one of them a combined weight of 100-pound indie bands.
No, I think they're one of them like retro sci-fi future beats. Like at least one of them wears the sunglasses that look like RoboCop shades, like just that
Kanye
open disc
shutters?
No, not the mini blinds. I mean like the single, like, you know,
Geordie LaForge.
Yeah, there you go.
I see.
Only with a window.
Okay, here is Zipper Club.
So wait, I said indie band, and Brian says funny eyeglasses.
I mean,
Yep.
why not both?
Seems to be the dynamic.
We
set.
might both be awesome. Swear to God. Put on the RoboCop sunglasses.
Oh, I nailed this one. I fucking nailed. That's a bullseye, baby.
Ah, bullshit. That's
Add
a
'em all up.
major
That's
label.
100 pounds soaking wet.
Well, I mean, okay, but do you get to call them an indie band when they're a major label and they're at Coachella?
Wait,
Yeah,
what
well,
is Coachella?
No, it's the sound. It's that like that dreamy, strummy, melodic.
Yeah,
like,
it's indie rock. Indie rock is a sound.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
So indie rock has gone mainstream. But
I mean,
it's indie.
Yeah.
Well, it's just more that there's no mainstream anymore. Like everybody's fucking clawing each other's eyes out for Instagram likes.
I know. It's kind of sad.
Gaping horrific maw, clazy pigs is not mainstream yet.
It will be.
Wait, was gaping?
That sounded more like a
Maw
threat.
The name of that BBC show that you remember?
Coming up next, the premiere of Gaping Pig Maw.
Gaping pig maw.
Will
Pygmalion.
Patricia ever get her shoes from the shop? We find out on EastEnders, followed by Gaping Horrific Maw. Don't get your
Pygmalion.
hand lost.
I know you ducked out, but I said Pygmalion, which I thought was pretty good.
Okay.
Pygmalion. Hey, whatever happened to that one? Fucking the pig man.
The pig man?
Yeah, remember? We were talking about that a couple weeks ago. The pig man book.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, I don't remember this. I've amnesia'd it out of my mind.
None
I've
of
forgotten
us
that.
remember anything.
It's a pig man, a book called The Pig Man. It's about a guy named Mr. Pygmalion.
Yeah, like the young adult.
The young adult book called The fucking Pig Man. And I think the
It's
pig
called
man
the
died.
fucking pig man.
It's like, a fucking pig man. All about that pig man.
All right, Brian, we're starting with you.
Okay.
Coachella or Fauxchella, Matt Patricia.
God damn it. Fuck you. Fuck this game.
Fuck you.
Zula. Fucking Matt Patricia is real. And no, he's not Patricia Arquette in drag.
Was there a question about that?
Well, I know that's what you all assumed I was assuming, but I think he's a.
What kind of music? What kind of music?
What kind of
do you
music
think?
is Pat?
I mean, I wanted to say Jack Johnson, but that's too on the nose, right?
Like singer-songwriter?
Yeah.
Okay.
But instead, it's like part of me would rather it be a robot singing about horses. But that one's already taken.
Yeah.
I mean, I can keep on asking.
Brian, what if I were to tell you that Matt Patricia is the current head coach of the Detroit Lions?
Is it really?
Is Matt Patricia the current head coach of the Detroit Lions?
Oh, this is a great bit.
Maybe.
They got you with a coach.
I mean, but do me a favor, just go back and then imagine him singing to the soundtrack of Curious George. I don't know. I think there's something to it.
I know. He's there. He's doing Your Body is a Wonderland.
That's not Jack Johnson.
Whatever.
Whatever. They're all getting laid. Yeah.
I'll roll him off a fucking whatever. The white guy with the guitar and him and Jason Mraz and fucking they can all switch bodies and no one would fucking notice.
Yeah. All right, we got a few more here. Justin, we're starting with you. Coachella or Fauxchella, Chicano Batman.
Oh, God.
Almost got Brian with that spit take.
Real. Please be real. I don't want to live in a world where there's no Chicano Batman.
Well, it's Justin's start.
I gotta think that it's fake only because how does somebody get away with calling themselves Chicano Batman?
Because there are human beings with the last name Batman. That's a real last name. Yep.
No.
Yep. It's real. It's
like
real.
Bruce Batman from the comics.
I'm telling you, Batman is a real last name because my mom was a receptionist for somebody whose last name was Batman, and when they were dating, my dad would call, and my mom would say like, "Hello, I'm an office person. Welcome to call the office," and my dad would go, "Na na 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 leader," because this is I assume the 40s or some shit.
And what genre do you guys think Chicano
And they were
Batman
both
is?
noted Detective Comics fans.
The 40s?
Bonnie has said the 40s?
Come on, Chicano Batman
Chicano
featuring
Batman.
Daddy Yankee. Boom, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum.
I mean, basically, they're starting the new version of East Coast, West Coast rap battles, only it's with postmodern jukebox. And it's postmodern and postmoderner are the two styles. And Chicano Batman is
Chicano Batman.
Yeah.
Well, see, they don't even pronounce their own name right. That's how next level they are.
Yeah,
They're
like Guadalupe.
saying, see, exactly, they're Manor Road. the Austin
jokes.
streets, yeah.
All right, Brian,
Yeah.
what if I were to tell you that Chicano Batman
Please be
is the head coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
I swear to God, I will be so happy either way. This is a win-win scenario. There's literally no downside to this. Either one of these being real makes me so happy.
All right. Chicano Batman is Rio.
What?
Tozier.
A little funky.
Wait, they're not even fucking Hispanic?
I believe they are.
I mean,
I don't know. I don't hear an
that's not.
accordion.
You don't get to ask them
Oh,
how
man, they
Hispanic
look Hispanic
they are.
enough.
Enough.
Ugh. Nah.
Enough of that talk, sir.
Oh, that sounds pretty hot. Actually, that's a good sound. I like
Check
that
him out
Chicano
at
Batman.
Coachella in the past.
Just grab your time machine and head on back to whenever they were on.
Or
Yeah.
BitTorrent. Okay, we are on our last round, round 10.
Yep.
This one is worth, I don't know, 10 points. How about that?
Oh, that's a lot
Nice.
of points. Ready.
All right. We are going to start with Brian because he's not in the lead because he's behind.
Just throwing that on Front Street, huh?
It's called giving a fighting chance.
Hmm.
Coachella or Fauxchella, Gravy House.
Man, that is okay. Here's the weird part. That is a Pearl Jam tribute band. Also, it's all the members of Pearl Jam in the tribute band.
So it's like Temple of the Dog without Soundgarden.
Exactly. I'm gonna say real.
Say real. All right.
I think you can remember their hit song, Gravy House, Gravy House, all about that gravy house.
I love that you can. I love that you can chart the energy level of this segment over time as you guys have had to improv new songs each round.
we just run out of steam.
Oh, shit. All right. No, Gravy House. I'm going to say the Gravy House is fake. That's a fake name. I know y'all are trying to perpetrate and lie on Gravy House's name, but that's disrespectful. You fucked up one too many times trying to lie at me. I fie on you. Fuck you trying to lie.
Stick it to him by singing horse songs in a robot voice. You got it, man.
Yeah, I will sing. What? Give me an example of a horse song, a horse-centric song.
Well, they say, no means nay. Yay to nay.
Look at my horse. My horse is amazing. Okay. No? All right.
Yeah.
You're Googling for horse songs,
I'm
aren't
just
you?
trying to look for horse songs that are funny.
I thought he was going to use the minute to set up the vocoder.
That's as good as whatever you would have come up with. I'm happy with that. No means no. Oh, wild horses.
We are horse choir. We have arrived to sing horse songs.
There's that U2 song, Who's Gonna Ride Your Wild Horses?
This is a U2 cover.
Damn it.
Who's gonna ride your wild horses?
You've never heard this song, have you?
Sunday, bloody Sunday.
Oh, Master Worm in the chat. Hey, man, is that horse rock? We'll turn it up.
All right.
Did we already do that country song with the 4 wild horses?
Hey, Roy Rogers, you know that sound you're looking for? Well, listen to this.
Oh yeah, what? Wait, are there horses in that song where it's Willie Nelson and one of them is
Well, I
in
mean, like
space?
every country song has they mention a horse.
No,
there's not a lot of horse-centric.
But
songs.
this one has
And
a
they
future
also-
space trucker sung by Johnny
Yes.
Cash.
Johnny Cash, but I mean, how deep do we have to? I mean, with the robot voice, I really only have 3 words to make the
Okay,
joke.
all right.
All right. The Coachella Steering and Accounting Committee has convened and given us their judgment with a score.
Oh yeah, Gravy House. Wait, was Gravy House real or fake?
I'm setting that up.
Hey, but also, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Stop. But for real though, we didn't get the answer to Gravy House.
But do you realize, Justin, that we're old people who are listening to a podcast that happens to star ourselves, and we have the advantage of asking
it
the
and
podcast
rewinding.
and saying wait, what's going on?
Wait a
in
minute.
this
Pause
podcast?
it. Rewind it 30 seconds.
Oh, we're going back there. Like,
Horses couldn't drive me away.
Bryce, what's up with Gravy House?
with Gravy House giving us a final score of 3-16. It is fake, and Justin is our winner.
Oh!
Brian, you're just on a losing streak.
Horses, we love Gravy House.
Thank you once
Gravy
again.
House. Man, I would love to go to a Gravy House concert before I die.
Well, why would you have to die? Couldn't you just go to see them?
Well, before I die.
Well, okay, but I mean that's
Yeah.
like saying, "Hey, I would like to go see A Quiet Place, that movie, before I die."
Before I that's
like that
add it to
last
the
part
list,
is not
man.
necessary. Like I would like to rewatch season 2 of Deadwood before I die.
Here we go. Bucket list. This is my bucket list
Okay,
right
okay.
here. I got watch season 2 of Deadwood, see A Quiet Place, see Gravy House.
Gravy House live.
But
Live.
you
With the
Live.
ladles.
Live.
Gravy
Not-
House and the ladles.
Not one of them like Fathom Events presents the once in a lifetime live performance of Gravy House.
Tickets on sale now.
before
Tickets
I
are
die.
on sale. Don't. You will always remember that you were at a theater for Gravy House. Who are those fucking people that are going to see operas and shit at the movie theater?
Someone has to, right?
They've been doing that shit forever.
They're doing the Walking Dead season premiere or season finale as a Fathom event.
It's a terrible opera. They don't even sing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like just
no, yeah.
moaning.
People are dying.
Well, you just
That's not-
think
that's
it's
not-
a song. They're
The
all like,
majesty
"Oh,
of
I'm
Fiddler on the Roof
dying.
in a
That's
venue that you'd never think. A fucking movie theater.
Hey,
I guess. Come see it.
that's a good point. How come nobody puts dying on their bucket list?
I think it's because
It's like the one slam dunk, and nobody puts it on there.
That's a gimme. That's the free square on the bingo card.
Right,
Like,
right.
fucking why
Nobody
aren't you
writes that
taking the
shit
credit?
down. It's a good point.
We do have a few more updates here from Horse Squire.
Horse Squire.
Some great photos of Coachella, an equestrian's Coachella 2015. Oh, we got a little throwback Thursday here.
Yeah, there we go.
2015. Fantastic. Hey.
Oh my god, dude, Horse Squire's jacked.
Oh yeah, look at that. Those pixels. I don't know.
You're doing great.
I clicked it. And it was way blurrier than I thought it would be. Thank you to everybody who sends in games. If you have an idea for a game, send it in to mail@nightattack.tv. That's the only place you need to send it. You don't need to DM me. You don't need to ask if I got it. I got it. Mail@nightattack.tv.
Ooga York just says, "Don't go breaking my horse dig."
Horse dick, horse dick, horse dick.
And one more thank you to Mitsula for sending this in. We're going to send you some free stickers from stickersordif.com.
There.
Yeah, whatever. I'll just bring it to him.
Or that.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Nice, yeah. Here we go. We got a good looking Clazy Pig here.
Oh,
I'm going to
pig
show
update.
the
Pig
video, folks. Pig date.
Look at
Oh!
that. He's got like a smiley face.
More, I got some legs.
Oh, wait, the Captain Morgan, are you
I'm a
stuck?
lazy pig. Whoa!
How did you get in a Clazy Pig, Captain Morgan?
Well, boy, I remember I was in a crazy pig. I was watching Horse Choir featuring Gravy House. My word.
Oh, he's
You
on
know,
the
it was a pig, Jimmy fucking Carter. Bye.
Oh, click or Skype connection.
Oh,
Captain
my
Morgan
goodness.
died. Oh,
Yeah, all of a sudden it clicks. And then when it
Clicks,
gets
yeah.
He's got to get political where it doesn't fucking make sense.
Shall we jump over to talk about the movie draft?
Well, we can do Diamond Time first. Diamond Time is where you can shout out your projects right here on the show. Just head on over to diamondclub.reddit.com or reddit.com/r/diamondclub. That is where you will see a big old green sticky post at the top of the page. The top 3 will always get read. We begin with Mary Cashimis. Hey, folks. Released a free Android app this weekend for smartwatch and other wearable users. It's called Radius Locker. Automatically locks your phone and disables fingerprint, face, and voice unlocking when your watch is out of connection to your phone. An in-app purchase gives features to avoid locking when you don't want to. Still in beta, so contact us about problems. That is bit.ly/radlocker.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Near Dog writes, "Hey Clubbers, on Saturday, May 5th, I'll be participating in the Walk a Mile in Her Shoes charity walk to benefit Laurel House, a domestic abuse shelter. Fellows, in this event, wear ladies' heels to symbolize the pain abuse victims withstand. Despite the serious cause, it's a fun day and hilarious watching groups of competing of competing firehouses march in heels for charity. I'm looking for some help in the donations department, and anything will help. Thanks for the bucko, fuckos, near dog. That's bit.ly/boysinheels.
And Luker V4. Sorry, man, patting 1,000.
Nailed it.
What's up, Diamond Club? My friends and I have been working on a weekly tech-related podcast for almost a year called I4O. Think Twit, but with less gray hair. Each week we pick a handful of tech-related topics and give our unique perspective on them. The last couple of weeks, we have had a lot of fun discussing the Facebook data breach from normal users. Recently, we've also had Odocta and me, Justin Robert Young, on as guests to help bring a different type of voice to the show. If you want to check it out, give us some feedback, you can find us at YOLO420.com/twit-with-swag.
Yeah. Nice. Now, shall we check in on the movie draft?
Indeed.
Welcome to your Movie Draft Minute, presented by CosmicRadio.tv for the week of April 16th, 2018. I'm your host, Roberto Villegas. Did anyone else find it weird that in the original Rampage game that all the monsters you were playing were formerly human, and yet they were eating humans? Anyways, weird story. With that in mind, let's just go check the scoreboard. Team Tell It Anyway and Team DTNS are both tied for 5th place, still waiting for their first film. In 4th place, with Truth or Dare bringing $19.6 million this week, it's Team Chips Bitch. Team John Trekkers in 3rd place, with Rampage bringing in $38.2 million a week. Team Core Killers is in 2nd place with $102.6 million. And in 1st place with $211.9 million, it's Team Night Attack. And that is your Movie Drive Minute for the week of April 16th, 2018.
Man, I want you to prep yourself for the non-zero possibility that Team Cord Killers actually wins. Solo only has to do, as well as Rogue One, A Quiet Place so overperformed despite it going for a ridiculous $24. They could hit that $700 to $800 million mark and put them in legit running to win.
I mean, Solo doing Rogue One numbers would be a stretch.
I mean, do you think? I mean, okay. Rogue One had no bankable characters except for a shitty cameo from Darth Vader. Darth Vader doing grandpa jokes.
Yeah, but that's not how it was sold. It was sold like, hey,
it was sold as not even having Darth Vader.
No, it had Darth Vader was in all the trailers and shit.
Okay. Well, I would say, I mean, granted, it's a different character actor or whatever, but it's all the characters that everybody loved from Star Wars. You're telling me a Star Wars nostalgia trip won't?
I think it'll do a lot. I just think it'll do less. I think that in general, box office has kind of faded a little bit, and although it seems like it's in a bit of an upswing now. And I think that people were kind of either burnt on Rogue One or the new the Rian Johnson Star Wars. So I think it'll see a bit of a softening, but I still think it'll do well. I just don't know if it'll be enough. I don't think it'll do Rogue One money.
What do you think about? There was some rumors I was hearing. And I've not verified any of this, but it sounded like Infinity Wars was tracking under expectations in the.
Well, the initial thing was that it was tracking behind Black Panther, but Black Panther is now like one of the top 5 highest grossing movies of all time. So who knows exactly what that means? But then there was reports that it has outsold pre-sales on every Marvel movie of all time. So it's going to be the monster.
Well.
To be honest, I'm out. I'm like done. I don't want to go full Kanata, but like I'm done looking at anything for Infinity War. I'm like, dude, you got me. I've been going to see these movies for fucking 10 years now. I probably spent over $1,000 in money. I'm pot committed to this. Just spool the fucking flick, dude.
Did we talk about this on Night Attack, or was it one of the other shows where I pointed out that to put in perspective just how long a con Marvel, now Disney, has been running, to put it in perspective, the first of the MCU movies, a selfie is taken and he says, "Don't put this on MySpace."
Yeah.
That's how long. That's amazing.
And it was a hip joke.
Yes,
And
it was.
Everyone's like, oh, look, Iron Man's in the present.
Because 2005 is the present.
Yeah. And
I
he's
love that
like,
line.
Anyway.
I love that's a great writing tip.
You know,
He's just like,
they
he's
say,
like making.
they say
jokes
constantly
about-
have all of your characters announce who they are, where they are, and what their current motivation is. That's always a good
And
way
let
to-
them know that that's the present.
Yeah. And then make a joke about Uday Hussein.
Hot damn.
Absolutely, man. Hey, what have we learned here today?
We learned that despair is pretty funny.
We've learned that despair is pretty funny when it doesn't happen to you.
It's good to have dreams so long as they stop at 7 acres. Oh, Jesus.
It's also
We learned that an acupuncturist wrote a book called Fucked in the Butt by My Own Existential Disappointments Surrounding My Failed Real Estate Purchase.
With my fucked butt.
this is for the audio listeners. Brian is looking at a Photoshop, a Chuck Tingle Photoshop
big.
of him just looking at a warehouse. Very, upset.
Oh my god!
Well, he's doing a power pose. He's trying to power pose his way into that warehouse.
It's too good!
Written by an acupuncturist.
So big.
Oh, I love you guys.
We learned that Horse Choir is the greatest band of all time. We learned that you can get tickets to our live show.
Yes.
bit.ly/Night Attack Los Angeles. Again, bit.ly/Night Attack Los Angeles. All lowercase.
Oh, God, I love you guys so much. Died of fire.
See you next Tuesday.
Oh my God.
I love you.
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.